Hello everyone, welcome back to Hassle-Free Labs. By the end of this video, you will have your own Ethereum blockchain running locally on your machine and your first smart contract deployed to it, all completely free, in about 5 minutes. No test networks, no faucets, no real money. So let's get started. First, let us see what we are building. We will use two tools. The first one is Ganache, which runs a personal Ethereum blockchain right on your computer. It gives you 10 accounts, each loaded with 1000 test Ether. The second one is Remix, a free IDE that runs in your browser, where we will write and deploy our contract. Remix will talk to Ganache over a local RPC connection on port 8545. Nothing ever leaves your machine. Now let us install the tools. Ganache is installed through NPM, so first you need Node.js on your machine. If you don't have it, download it from nodejs.org and install it with the default options. You can verify it by running node -- version in your terminal. Next, we install Ganache globally with one single command, npm install Ganache -- global. This may take a few moments to download. And that's it, Ganache is now installed on your machine. To start your blockchain, simply type Ganache and press enter. And look at this, you now have a fully working Ethereum blockchain running locally. Ganache has generated 10 accounts for you, and each one is loaded with 1000 test Ether. Below the accounts you can see their private keys. These are for local testing only, so never use them on a real network. And at the very bottom, this is the important part, our blockchain is listening on 127.0.0.1, port 8545. Keep this terminal open, Remix will connect to this address in a moment. Next, head over to remix.ethereum.org in your browser. There is nothing to install. In the File Explorer, create a new blank project, then click the Create New File icon and name it counter.sol. Now let us write our contract. The first line is the license identifier. It just declares the code is open source under the MIT license. The pragma line tells the compiler which version of Solidity to use here, any version from 0.8 and above. Then we declare our contract, called counter. You can think of a contract like a class in other languages. Inside it, we have one state variable, count, an unsigned integer, starting at 0. Because it is marked public, Solidity automatically lets anyone read its value. And finally, one function, increment, which simply adds 1 to count every time it is called. Whenever this state changes, it is recorded on the blockchain. 5 lines of code, that is a complete smart contract. Now we need to compile it. On the left sidebar, click on the Solidity Compiler tab and make sure the compiler version matches our pragma. Any 0.8 version works. Then click on compile counter.sol. And there we go, a green check mark appears on the compiler icon, which means our contract compiled without any errors. Next, click on the Deploy and Run Transactions tab, the one with the Ethereum logo. In the Environment drop-down, we need to select the Dev Ganache provider. If you don't see it in the list, click on Customize this list and enable Dev Ganache provider. Now it appears. Select it and confirm the RPC address 127.0.0.1, port 8545, the exact address our Ganache terminal is listening on. And look, Remix now shows one of our Ganache accounts, loaded with 1000 test Ether. And now, the moment we have been waiting for, click on Deploy. There it is, our counter contract is now live on your local blockchain, and you can see it under Deployed Contracts. Let us test it. Click on Count and it returns 0, our starting value. Now click the increment button. This sends a real transaction to the blockchain. Click count again, and now it returns 1. Our contract is working. And here is the best part, switch back to your Ganache terminal, and you can see everything that just happened, the contract creation, and our increment transaction, each with its own transaction hash, mined instantly. So let us recap what you just did. You ran your own Ethereum blockchain on your machine, wrote a smart contract in Solidity, compiled it, deployed it, and sent real transactions to it without spending a single rupee or dollar. In the next video, we will connect this contract to a web page so you can interact with it from your own app. Until then, thank you for watching Hassle Free Labs.